Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Boxiest, and today we're going to continue the What If series. What if events had gone differently? And in this What If, we're going to change the history of Cobra Kai. What if Mr. Miyagi trained Miguel during the events of Cobra Kai? If you haven't seen part 1, I would recommend you go watch it before continuing this one. So in this timeline, Miguel would continue his training with Mr. Miyagi, and he would start to get tired of doing all his chores, so Miguel would start complaining. This is when Mr. Miyagi would ask him to show him wax on and wax off, so Miguel would do the movements, and he would be surprised to learn that they were blocks, so Miguel would continue training with Mr. Miyagi, and he would continue learning Miyagi-Do, and the events of Cobra Kai would continue. Kyler would continue picking on Miguel, Eli, and Dimitri, but eventually Miguel would stand up to him and his friends, and he would want to defend them. So Kyler would attack Miguel, and Miguel would defend himself using Miyagi-Do, and he would block his attacks. But in this timeline, Miguel wouldn't know how to strike back. This is when Counselor Blatt would separate them, and those events would continue. Mr. Miyagi would invite Miguel to have dinner at the LaRusso's, so Miguel would meet Daniel, Amanda, and Sam, and they would start getting along. Miguel and Sam would start to become friends. Daniel would like Miguel because it would remind him of his younger self. Daniel would show Miguel his old trophies, and he would tell him how he was a 2-time All-Valley champion. Miguel would be impressed, and he would want to go to the All-Valley, so Daniel would invite Miguel to join them. And the night of the All-Valley, Miguel would be in the audience watching, along with the LaRussos. Daniel would still be part of the All-Valley committee, but in this timeline, Miyagi-Do wouldn't compete because Mr. Miyagi wouldn't like the idea of competing for a trophy, so the All-Valley tournament would continue. Without Cobra Kai in this timeline, Xander Stone would start winning his matches, and he would make it to the finals, and he would be the All-Valley champion. Those events would continue. Miguel and Anthony would continue their training with Mr. Miyagi. Miguel would want to convince Eli and Dimitri to join him, so Eli and Dimitri would join Miyagi-Do in this timeline, and Eli and Dimitri would start doing chores. Dimitri would quickly realize that he was teaching them muscle memory. Dimitri wouldn't get the moves as fast as Miguel and Eli, but Mr. Miyagi would be more patient with Dimitri, and eventually Dimitri would start learning the moves. Eli and Dimitri would start to gain their confidence, and the events of Season 2 would continue. Mr. Miyagi would give Miguel a headband. Miguel would be walking around his apartments, and Johnny would recognize Miguel's headband, and Johnny would ask him if he knew Danny LaRusso. Miguel would say that he did, and he would ask him if he was an old friend of Mr. LaRusso. Johnny would say no, and he would warn Miguel not to trust the LaRussos, but Miguel wouldn't listen to anything Johnny has to say, and the events of Cobra Kai would continue. Eventually, Miguel would get the courage to ask Sam out, so Sam and Miguel would start dating, and overall things would be a lot more peaceful in this timeline, and that is where I'm going to end this What If. Thank you guys for watching. What do you guys think would have happened if Mr. Miyagi trained Miguel during the events of Cobra Kai? Let me know in the comments below. YouTube lets me know that the majority of you are not subscribed, so if you guys could subscribe, that would be much appreciated. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And I'll see you guys next time.